Do you consider yourself a car guy?
A car guy? No, not by how they define car guys. No. The answer is no. I'm not a car guy.
Why?
I'm not a car guy. I happen to work on cars and stuff, but what a car guy is, I'm not one of those.
Is it defined by an obsession of
Yeah, it's like this.
what is a car guy?
There's like car guys, it's guys who waste ridiculous amounts of money on cars.
Yeah.
And for it, like I'm not a car guy. I'm very sensible when it comes to cars. I don't do insane things. Like people buy outrageous cars and do outrageous things to cars.
What is that? What's that itch?
Look, you're gonna get attention depending what car you drive.
Yeah.
The guy with the best car gets the best girls always.
Damn.
The street cred, the recognition. But like for some people, it's about work. Some people build cars to get more work because like people see what they have, and then they're like, okay, I want this too.
Yeah.
So for some people, I get it, but for other people, they just want to be car guys and want to do stupid things, cars.
So it's the benefits that come with
Being
being a car guy.
a car guy. No, I miss me with the term car guy. I am a mechanic. I'm a motor engineer, but car guy, no.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be a car guy. I don't even know what it means really.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you a car guy?
Not even by.
You don't care much about cars.
I like cars. Like I like certain things.
Yeah.
Aesthetics. In terms of like, if I must say in a commercial sense,
Yeah.
because I don't know if the car guy term refers to commercial or a deeper thing, but in a commercial sense, because for me, car is a functional object, you know.
Yeah, so
Transports you from
A to B.
A to B.
You can get your life
work,
done simpler, your work.
business, all of those things require a car to function optimal. But I'm not gonna lie, certain things do appear to me like attract me in terms of cars. Like if I see I like a Lambo, for example. It's a very exotic car and impractical for my life currently. It's not something I can.
You won't buy it for you.
Yeah, I can't drive to the Pakistan with my Lambo.
Go buy some bread, yo.
Yeah, go buy coleslaw.
Yeah,
I'm in the coleslaw.
Aventador to the corner store.
I'm eating coleslaws. Like I can't go buy them in a Lambo. So in that sense, I can appreciate it. You know, I can see a Lambo and go, yo, that's a cool car. That's a motorbike.
That's not a car. Yeah.
But I can appreciate it.
Yeah.
And go, yo, that's a Ferrari. You know, these dope cars.
Exotic cars.
But I wouldn't say there's like this thing of like, oh my gosh.
Oh, this car.
Yeah, then I must know the how many horses that it's powered by and what the horses ate for breakfast. That's where I get lost. Like, I don't know the details of this car like that, bro.
So, would you consider yourself less of a man because you don't know that much about cars?
Sometimes in some settings you feel
like less of a man.
You do. I hate to say it, but
no, because men can get very like it's a very
bro. It's like the one time Sharice had a battery issue.
Yeah.
And I had to help her boost it. I had to boost it.
Yeah.
But I had left my cables at home. And I knew when you open up the question, do you have jumper cables?
Yeah.
Then all the men, it's not going to be a conference of who is the most manly man.
Yeah.
It's going to be that competition because now all of a sudden, no, you must rev it. You must rev it. Oh no, let me leave it running for 45 years. No, do that, and everyone knows better. into boosting
just
the car.
just jump starting this car.
Starting the car. Everyone now is like a thing for. So I do feel in certain settings, not knowing a lot about cars and what this does and that does, it makes you feel like less of a man, especially if you're surrounded by people who just like who know cars. Then you're like, yo.
But men, I feel like as men, we are nerdy about a lot of things. Like some of us are into cars, some of us into gaming.
True.
Computers, different things we get into.
There's different things.
Yeah, and then we exclude everyone else. Oh, football, sports, men and sports.
Sports is that's a real problem. Because, for example, football. Like I love football.
Yeah.
I love football. However, you can be in certain rooms where you realize people speak like they've got PhDs.
In sports.
In the thing.
It's like they watch from on the pitch and you only watch.
Yeah, you watch from TV. It's like, no, they know the team better. Like,
they watch from on the pitch.
Neither of us have been to England.
They get their info from the dressing room.
Yeah, they don't know the insight and the thought of the
Sir
coach.
Alex WhatsApps them.
Yeah,
this is like, the game plan.
They know, like the coach thinks like this coach. Yeah, when he was 14, he got hit by. So that's why he's
he knows. Yeah.
Football, so I get it. In some instances, you
feel so maybe it's the men, we just exclude each other. But
it's a competition.
We become very toxic about things very quickly as men.
We do.
Yeah.
And we also
we're very competitive.
And we discard you, bro.
But I think when it comes to cars, that's one thing. It just the competition of it all. Obviously, some of them are more expensive than others, so automatically I'm better than you if I drive the Lamborghini. You know.
Somehow I'm a better man.
I'm a better man.
You haven't accomplished. You haven't done nothing.
Your car is so slow.
You wanna get to where you're going on time? You wanna get to there on time?
Look, man, I feel like the cars are the biggest scam out there, man. It's the biggest thing we put our money into, and we don't have to.
Why do you say so?
There's like, if you look at the practicalities of owning a car, there's so much more we can do with our money. We buy these cars, we live beyond our means and pay a lot of money for these expensive cars where if we got only what we needed, it would cost us so much less. But we also want to look nice in the street.
Fact.
That
when we drive by,
we came with a BMW.
And then everyone must.
Where that quad is what you need.
It should be that quad line.
That quad is the only thing you need, and it can get you where you want to go in a cost-effective manner. And I mean, if in 3 years you want a new quad, you can do so.
One with aircon.
Yeah. Now, bro,
tired of having the window
like people will take out a loan to get a new car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you inconveniencing your life? A car is supposed to make your life better. Now it's giving you more credit.
Facts.
Now you have a new 5 years of credit.
Yeah.
How is it making your life better?
Yeah.
Because the minute also the sky is giving you, you can't even afford to service this thing.
Facts.
You can't afford the maintenance.
Facts.
So it's become motorsport. I get motorsport and racing and everything. But on a grassroots level, when you say car guy, I just think the toxicity, money waster, sound and wheels, drop suspension. And for me, I hate all those things because they give me, as a mechanic, they give me more stress.
Yeah.
Like,
you must deal with it.
Yes. More stress. But the term car guy irritates me, man.
I think
car guy.
in the realm of car guy, bro,
Yeah.
I'm a tea lady, bro. that is more my speed. I'm just like I'd love to think I know a lot, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just sit and listen and you hear about
But
the car has 13 belts, a Chem belt, this belt and that belt. I'm like, yo, Louis V belt. It's like, this car is just collecting belts for days.
I can also tell you that sometimes there's a lot of people who only can talk the talk.
Sure.
They know the terminology and they can also just say things to look cool in certain settings.
Yeah.
They don't really know what it is they're talking about. Yeah, a lot of pretenders.
Yeah, in the car.
Pretend to know.
Yeah.
You read, it's like you watch the the trailer of a film.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow you start the conversation.
Yeah.
Did you see when the car flew?
Yeah.
And then you exit the conversation, but it's like you also watch the movie. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you don't have Mnet though. So, some people just know enough to look cool and seem cool.
I never thought of it like that. You just also because
not everyone
you don't know everything.
Yeah.
You assume, like in a setting of guys together, and we're talking about, let's say, a BM or an M4, whatever, M4 that just came out or whatever, and because these two are talking more about it, you just assume they are now the authority of the M4 because you don't know much
about the
and
M4.
they've said like 6 sentences more
about the M4.
this thing. You just said, that color, the green one. You just said the green one. That's your contribution to the conversation. The green one.
And then they go. 309 kilowatts.
Then you're like, yo. And then you just assume everything they say is right.
It's right
they
also.
Know. Now that you're saying it,
it's not. In reality,
right.
because I know so much, I can tell you that very few people know anything about cars. Like, as mechanics also, we don't know it all.
Yeah.
People, it's also, man, sometimes the theory of it is a lot, it makes it sound interesting, or the theory makes, it hypes it. But in reality, it's not that great. It's just the theory and how they're talking about it that's giving it a drop suspension.
No, I get what you're saying, and in that sense, and being.
But the one thing that I know is absolutely true about cars is they will get you attention. Absolutely. If we pull up in a Ferrari.
Very true. It is something cool to look at.
Yeah.
I think it is. You said earlier, it's engineering. It's a form of science, bro. Like the design of a car.
Yeah.
And the sound and all of those elements that come together, and also the branding.
Yeah.
That when I pull up in a red Ferrari, you're gonna look. You're gonna, whether you know me, whether you like me.
Even whether you are familiar with Ferrari, whether you like, it's appealing.
You're gonna look.
It has appeal.
It's designed for that.
It has that thing. Like,
Like, what is that?
So at the end of the day, if you look at whatever money people we feel they're wasting their money, it has a goal. I feel like it's very goal driven.
So do you think if you're well off and you're rich and you have all the resources, that's pouring it into a car that is not necessarily.
Yes, I would buy ridiculous cars. Yes, no. I would buy ridiculous. I would buy crazy cars as soon as I get that money. Like I can hit on people. How much now? But if I get money, I will have a lot of impractical cars.
Cars that are just
It's also that thing of you always wanted this. Now you can afford it. Now you get it.
I won't lie to you, bro. Like getting into a car that's like dope.
Yeah.
Or the feeling of like, this is my car. It's different, bro. It's like
it's look, cars are nice things, man. Let's not play around. Let's not mess around. They are as heavily priced as they are for a reason. Some of them are really beautiful, comfortable, the convenience in there, the features. Some of it is actually worth that money and the hype, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I think the toxicity comes in the culture.
Sure.
And I know people who race, like, they love cars so much that it affects their lives. It's almost like drugs because they spend all their money on racing.
Yeah.
And they also gamble at the racing.
Yeah.
And like they believe in this car they've built so much and
Yeah.
all the money they put into that car to go try and win more money.
I hear that. So you're saying essentially, as long as it's done in moderation.
In moderation, yes, man. I feel like
Cool.
I think motoring has changed so much over time because it became more inclusive of everyone. Because if you look at it, first it was just a means of getting from A to B, and then the luxury came. You could see by how cars were designed. Like when there was the space race, and cars looked like spaceships. But those were more about comfort and luxury. And as the years went on, it became more about the sport. Now, there's any sport becomes toxic because of the competitive nature of it.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with football, but we cannot just consume football without I am better.
Yeah,
like
the banter.
yeah,
And like, my team is this
so
and your team is rubbish, and because you support that, you are rubbish.
So when it comes now to motoring as a sport, that's where the competitive nature comes in, and what competition comes, all the other toxicity.
I suppose we are like that.
Yeah.
We can't just simply love.
No two things can exist that are good.
It's like
One is the best.
yeah.
We there must be a winner. We don't accept number two.
Everyone else sucks. Whatever I like is the thing.
There's
That's the
it's
thing.
a Lamborghini or nothing.
Yeah. Don't come at me with other cars. So it's weird. It's weird that
Winning is everything. Winning is everything.
It is.
People will win at any cost, at any and every
And
cost.
that time, bro, most of these things have nothing to really do with
With life.
if like I love Liverpool,
Yeah.
but win or lose, it doesn't affect my bank statement.
Your mood.
My mood is
Your mood.
my mood is a mess. That's the flop. Is that I love Liverpool and the stress I have, maybe 30% of the
your stress
of my
is from
life
supporting
is
Liverpool.
From supporting them. That's the problem. But however, at the end of the month, no matter how much stress I went through, I don't get paid for being a
okay.
supporter.
But when it comes to sports betting, that's a different story.
Even sports betting, bro, because it's betting. Because even if you're a Liverpool fan, you're not gonna. You could even bet against
Your
them in a
team, yeah.
specific game. That's another. That's money, That's a different move there. So
They're like, we're gonna lose today. I don't know. I doubt there's many people who bet against their team, eh?
There is, bro.
No, look.
There is. Especially when you watch this.
I only bet against Arsenal when they're playing City. I know they have a tendency of surprising most of the other big teams.
Yeah.
Only City, I'm like,
Yeah, it's hard to bet against it. It's actually
it's very hard to bet against City.
You win a lot if the Ops win. But
It's a rare occasion.
It is.
Yeah. It's like a Barca of old.
Yeah, yo.
It's like a
There was
Barca.
point where Barca
Well, like just
don't
and
bet
Spain
against.
and Spain.
Couldn't bet against.
You could never.
Yeah, but
And
now
but every now and then, I think dominant forces like that exist in different things,
Yes,
different spheres of sport, or like there's just a dominant force, unstoppable, and Brazil had over the years, or for many years in football, Brazil yelled that
Yeah,
They were.
you couldn't touch Brazil.
There was nothing better than Brazil in football.
You couldn't touch Brazil. Brazil was special. Special breed.
Everyone wanted to be a Brazil, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Brazil. Like, come on. You're from Lesotho. Calm down.
You can't even play 2-on-2. We Brazil. And already
we Brazil.
automatically, it doesn't matter what actually is going to transpire in this game. How could I could be Kazakhstan, you could be Brazil, and I could still win. But the fact that you took Brazil,
you are now better.
You're better all of a sudden. You took Brazil. Yeah, you're right, bro. I think that is where the toxic stuff sort of comes out. Is that
we are just naturally competitive.
Yeah, we are competitive. Competition is good because it helps us be better.
Yes.
Helps us perform better, give better, create better.
But we are bad competitors, man.
There's a point at which we get to.
We are bad competitors. We do not like. We are bad losers, actually. We don't like losing. We cannot take L's.
Yeah.
We cannot.
And unfortunately, life needs L's.
That's how you learn. That's what you learn from. Because if you're always winning, you're not thinking of changing anything, or because it's always just lekker. And then when things really get tough, you don't know what to do because you only know niceness.
It's like, and this is a random throwback, but it adds to what we're saying. There was a series called Heroes.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And the cheerleader was the main character of the series. And the cheerleader, her ability was to heal and to not die. She was immortal. She couldn't get harmed. Whatever happened, she could come back to life or whatever. And so there was a part in the series where she lost her powers.
Oh.
And she got shot in the arm.
After losing her power.
Yes. An arm, you can survive, obviously, because it's just it's a limb.
Yeah.
It's not a fatal shot.
Yeah.
But then they found everyone was chilled about it, but then she was starting to die. And the reason is because she'd never been sick or harmed or hurt a day in her life.
The body was shook.
So the body was reacting like, what the
like,
flip?
What is happening
here?
Like,
what is going on? So now she's dying from a wound that shouldn't, there's no business
so now
killing her.
Weak.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why we need the L's.
We need the L's.
Because you need those bullet wounds so that when that one comes, your body knows already.
Yeah.
That's how we deal with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. We hate losing, but we need that.
Yeah,
now and again.
We don't like losing. And we also don't like living our lives in a rental quit.
Nope. Yeah, we're not rental quit.
We want the Lambo.
Yeah, we'll live in debt rather than come pull up in the quid, dog. Why are we like this? Why? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why, Lord? Why did God do this to us? Why are we like this? Rather pull up in something that costs you installment, like heavy installment.
Bro, and it's the wildest thing you can see. People will stay in a shack and push a GTI.
Facts. And I've seen it, and it's real.
And some of them argue that no one, they don't visit you at home, but they see you all the time in the car.
Yeah.
And they respect you because they see you. I get it, but when you go home, you're sleeping in a shack, my dude.
You're fighting rats in your sleep.
The rat is eating your house.
Yeah. Your roommates are rats, my nigga. and you're pushing a GTI, bro.
It's wild. That's a car guy for you.
That is a car guy.
I think that's, if you were to describe, a car guy
rats.
would do that.
That's fight these rats.
That's the basic definition of a car guy.
Yeah. Willing to fight rats, but look good on the streets. Damn.
They would die for a car.
Yeah. I think when you buy a car, you're like, yeah, we shouldn't say this is my new car.
Yeah.
Like, this is my new installment.
This is my new credit.
Yeah,
This is why I need to be at Epster.
yeah.
Every day between 8 and 5.
Yeah. This is my reason for, giving my soul to 9 to 5. This is my reason.
And like, look, I'm not saying everyone must just be boring and not enjoy their lives and the fruits of their labor. But don't fall victim to how people perceive you.
Yeah, facts.
Because they will treat you better if you drive an expensive car.
Facts.
But without that car, they don't care about you.
Facts. I think at the end of the day, take care of who you are.
Yeah.
And be fine with that.
What then alone.
And then when the cars come and stuff, that won't shake you or change you or whatever. That you still be Jenny from the block. That is the moral of the story. Just still be Jenny from the block.
You will be Jenny from the block. Oh, Jenny with the GTI.
Yeah, exactly. That's all.
Oh, Jenny from the block with the GTI.
Yeah, exactly. So I think we can wrap it up there.
Yeah.
I think, I know we're speaking about car guys and being toxic in competition and in our nature.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, as long as you're a dope person and you're happy with yourself.
I remember telling someone the other day, like this person made a remark, like they're seeing flames in their lives, but they won't stop drinking.
Yeah.
And I said to this person, listen, whatever people choose to do with their money and their time, it's their business. Don't be so judgmental. Let's not judge each other.
Yeah, let's not, bro. This thing is real.
We should just be like, they should be allowed to drink also now. They're going through a lot. Now you're judging them.
Yeah.
Don't judge each other and just be nice humans, man.
Yeah, I think we should just be dope.
Yeah.
After we being dope,
because then
I
feel like also the most memorable people in life are nice people. Have you ever met like infectiously nice people?
They leave an impression.
No one says anything bad about them ever. They're just so...
like Lungster, for example.
Yeah.
Who I've never met till this day someone who's like, that guy.
But I was involved in a roast.
Yeah.
And I had to roast a nice guy in the final round.
Yeah.
And I lost because I couldn't say bad things about a nice guy.
Damn.
You know? Yeah. So be nice. You'll win roasts if you're nice.
But I think we can leave it there.
Oh, hey.
Be nice. Be confident and drive a quid.